Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here. Welcome to my review for S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Geats from Power Rangers Dino Fury. No, I'm just kidding. But you're probably thinking, Dawson, I thought you were out of the Figuarts game. And you're probably thinking, Dawson, I thought you were out of the Kamen Rider game. And you're probably thinking, Dawson, I wasn't thinking any of these things. But if you've been following the channel, you know that I haven't really been collecting or reviewing Sentai Figuarts I have been. Rider Figuarts in a minute. I've not been covering Rider merchandise as well. But I couldn't resist picking this guy up because I absolutely love the suit design. White-based toku suits are some of my favorite. There's just something about how slick and awesome they can look with a unique color contrasting off of them like this. And it's also the idea of a fox trickster was just really cool. Like, everything just came together, and this is one of my more favorite designs in recent years. And especially after watching the show, I'm like, you know what, I gotta pick at least the one figure up. And I decided to go, quote-unquote, all out and wait for the figure art instead of just getting the gimmick figure, since I was only probably going to be getting like one figure, maybe another if a suit pops up that I like. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. So accessories-wise, he's pretty bare bones. You basically just have 4 sets of hands. The one you have on him now where he's kind of like awkwardly doing karate and like clearly I'm like not good at posing anymore. He looks like he's just really apprehensive, like, is this karate? And then there, you do have more hands in this. You just have 2 of each of these. I'm just bringing examples. You kind of have another kind of splayed open martial arty hand. You have a hold weapons hand, and then the one that just dropped, which is the classic Figuarts fist. Although it's unique that, you know, this doesn't have him with the fists on him. I guess I haven't bought Figuarts in a while, but it used to always be that they had the closed fists on them when they were in the package. And then, of course, you do get his signature weapon here, which is very nicely painted. And there's going to be more accessories and stuff that are released in the release that is like the standard mode with just the helmet and the swappable pieces and stuff like that, so they kind of tout that. But it's pretty bare bones, but there's nothing more that I personally need. Look-wise, this thing does look great. And I have to say, it does feel good too. It doesn't have that heft that really older Figuarts used to have, but then again, my original Kabuto has a heft to it, but it looks like it's anorexic, so that might not mean anything. But what I mean is, it doesn't feel like the highest quality, but it does feel of a nice quality, and it doesn't feel cheap, no loose joints or anything. That's something I've kind of been talking about recently in figure reviews, is like kind of getting that feel worth of your money, and I feel that for the most part with this. It feels like a good quality product, a good quality figure art, so like I'm saying, no loose joints, overall solid feel to it. And look-wise, I think it looks really great. I think that they got the proportions right. Nothing about the helmet or the chest or their correlation feels like it's too small or too wide or anything like that. I think the helmet has overall great symmetry. The orange compound eyes stand out great. The color scheme looks great here. It's got this nice pearl white that really shines. The orange contrasts off of it nicely. You know, the belt has really nice details, and you even have the ability to spin it around, which is kind of fun. So you can be like, whee! That was seconds of fun. I'm not the biggest fan of the legs. I'm honestly tempted to get the other one so I can have the mode without the legs, just because it looks like he's got like weird emergency hockey pants. I'm not wearing hockey pants! Dude, yes you are. Also, like, these little boosters, in a way, look a little bit silly. They almost look like he accidentally got some carnival candy stuck to him. And, like, I don't know, the paint on it does look a little bit odd. Like, not cheaper, just a little bit odd. But most of my thoughts on that are kind of more about the suit itself and less to do with the figure. And then you got a scarf back here, which is nice. And it's got this kind of interesting material where it's kind of this hard, soft plastic to confuse you. No, but it's kind of more like a rubbery feel, which is nice because it's not nice that it's not like one solid piece that might break or be brittle and like obviously can't do scarf things. I mean, you can't do a ton of scarf things, like I guess you can pretend it's blowing in the wind for a few seconds. It happens to some guys. Also, it's kind of nice it's not like a cheap cloth piece, because sometimes when it's kind of that cheap cloth piece, it will feel like a cheap cloth piece. So this is actually kind of a nice alternative for it. Obviously, if you've gotten a figure art before, you know that their articulation is abysmal. You might as well have just bought a Sentai vinyl figure. No, I'm just kidding. But you have great articulation here. Ball joint, swiveling, double knee joint right here. Ball joint at the foot. You have the chest and waist articulation. You have the ball joint at the arm. The swiveling, he waves at you. Hello, swiveling. Double elbow joint. Hello. Good day to you, sir. And then you have the nice ball joint here on his head, and overall, just the best articulation you could ask for, so you can get some great dynamic poses. So, overall, I'm really pleased with this figure. I'm glad I picked it up. You know, it kind of makes the figures also a little bit more special, and I don't know if exciting is the right word, but because I'm not collecting all of them, you know, back in the day I used to collect like every release, so it kind of got like, oh look, another one in the mail, and now that I don't collect them, I was actually kind of excited for this, because I'm like, oh, I really dig the suit, I forgot it was coming out, and it's really nice to be able to add that to your collection, and have sort of a more special feel to it than, oh, you know, figure arts here, must be Tuesday. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. Obviously, in this case, I don't own the basic figure version, which usually in the past when I would cover these, I would collect the basic figures, so I can't do a comparison, But I think just from years of experience, I can tell you that this is going to be the superior version in terms of look and details. So if you want the best version like me, like if you're like me and you're like, oh, I want a figure of him, and you're willing to spend a little bit more and you're not going to be collecting everyone, go ahead and go for it. It's a solid figure. I'm happy to have a pleasant FIguarts experience in modern day. But that's about it for this one, guys. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell so you get notifications for my videos. Dawson Rider, signing out.